Hey guys, happy morning to you. I am coming at you in PJs and wild hair, so thanks for loving me anyway. I am here to talk to you about leading effective challenge groups. The biggest thing that I can tell you about leading an effective challenge group is that you have to be as active as you want your challengers to be. Cassie and I have had really great luck with our challenge groups. We're actually in the midst of revamping them a little bit. We had a little bit of fall off with interaction and engagement over the last couple months, and I think it's because we were getting so big. We had so many people that wanted to continue on with us. So we're about to institute a plan where we run challenge groups for 90 days. So you start off with your first 30 days, and then you continue on with us for 3 months where you have a graduate point. So that either means that you go to a graduate group, you re-up and refire yourself with a new program, or if you're not on Shakeology, we ask you to go ahead and try that at the end of that 3-month phase, or we upgrade you to coach. We don't wait for the 3 months to upgrade to coach. We go ahead and we talk to people that are really on fire in the groups, and that's usually where Cassie and I have been finding our best coaches. I don't often offer the discount option off the bat. I wait to get them into the group, make sure that they love their Shakeology, and then that's when I talk to them about the discount option or upgrading them to coach once they have had the experience and they have a solid connection with that. That's when I start to talk to them about the coaching opportunity, unless they're just a rock star out of the gate and they want to know about it or they ask about it. Or they're not willing to try Shakeology because it's too expensive, then I'll talk about the discount option from the start. But typically, I'm waiting until they're in the group before I'm talking to them about the coaching opportunity. What I do for my challenge groups is during pre-week, I send out a messenger message. I get all of my personally sponsored challengers, and I put them into a messenger link so that they can all communicate together. I ask them to drop their emails there, as everything that I've been hearing lately is to make sure that you have an email connection, and especially since I've started using Streak, I am getting those emails. So I get them to give me their emails, and that's how I connect with them during pre-week. So I reach out to them via email and I send them a week's worth of meal plans, and I do this every week. I have 3 weeks worth of meal plans, so they have the full 21 days if they choose it. And so I send them a meal plan per week, and then I send them a welcome email that first pre-week. I talk to them about their goals and their specific plan of action, and then I try to work as closely within the guidelines that we set up there during the period of time during the challenge group. The individual goals are really important. This is just like when you're forming a client. I go ahead and I delve in deep and I try to get to the core of their why. We have a post on everyone's why the second day in the challenge group every month in pre-week, and we really kind of look at that and evaluate what is really important to them. And I ask them, what is the most effective way for me to get in touch with you if you fall off the bandwagon? Can I use the information that you've given me in your why to pull you back in if you start to kind of wander or go missing? So I just find out, because individually everyone is different about how effective things are to pull them back into the rain. So just check in with them and make sure that you're really getting that core information from them. I check in with our group every single day and I comment on every single post. I'm doing my own personally sponsored. My coaches that are in the group are doing a 30-day trial with me, and they are commenting and taking care of their own challengers within the group. And I am monitoring and kind of giving them tips behind the scenes, but they're in charge of their own people within the larger group. After 30 days, they branch off and they start their own challenge groups with the templates that Cassie and I have put out there. So they're well set up. We teach them how to use Buffer. We do a call to do that. But for the first 30 days, they're in the challenge with us. They have their people in there kind of feeling it out and seeing how they do. And then they switch and transition everyone to their own group in their own personal challenge groups. And that way it's the kind of see one, do one, teach one mentality where they feel more comfortable and they're coaching their people in our group. And then once they're comfortable, they'll go and they'll do their own, and then they'll do the same thing with their coaches to get them started right. I do a one-on-one call, or I send one-on-one messages through Messenger, or I leave a voice message every single Monday for every single person that is my personally sponsored challenger. And that way they know that I'm checking in with them. They know that I'm watching. I make sure that I'm commenting on their things daily, but that one-on-one call where they hear my voice and they know that I'm like checking in and making sure that they're doing okay really does help keep them accountable. And if they missed more than 2 days in a row, then they get a call from me. The way that I monitor that, I'm not using the app. I wasn't a huge fan when we did the health bet because of the amount of people. I think once we pare down and we start having just Cassie and my challengers in the group, it'll be a lot easier to manage. But we had over 70 people in the health bet, and it was very hard and very confusing for our challengers. So we've gone back to Facebook temporarily until we really get this pilot program that we're doing underway, and we pare down the amount of challengers we have in the group at a time. So once our coaches branch off and start their own individual challenge groups next month, we should be able to move back to the app. But that one-on-one check-in, making sure you're checking in with your challengers every day is super important. The other thing is that we always post specifically on a schedule that goes by what we were feeling as challengers. So every Monday there's a video, whether it be me or Cassie doing it, that talks about the challenges that we anticipate for the week. So the first week we talk about being sore and really battling with stiffness and staying hydrated and all the things that new challengers don't really think about. And, we joke about not being able to get up off the toilet, that kind of thing. The second week is more of a mental challenge because your body feels better, but it's that mental challenge of staying in the game and you're more tired and it's become less exciting. So those endorphins aren't as crazy pumping as they were before to get you in the game. And then we talk on week 3 about staying with it, being consistent, and continuing the journey afterwards. We talk about, week 3 being kind of that place where people want to fall off and want to kind of venture out, and we just talk to them about sticking with it. And we do that every Monday. We do a video within the group, and then all the rest of the posts during the week are we do Transformation Tuesdays, and then we call out some people on Warrior Wednesdays every now and again that we kind of loosely interpret, but for the most part, we're just following along and thinking about, on Fridays, typically we post about how to stay on track during the weekend. And on Sunday, we do Sunday Fun Day and talk about, how'd you do this weekend, and talk about any struggles that people have. We try to stay as interactive as we possibly can. We want people to be not only communicating with their coach, but we want them engaging with one another. So we have a point system, and we base those points on partnership. So we have people pair up with a success partner at the beginning of the group. And you get bonus points if you and your partner do all of the workouts during the week. We're trying to think about a way to incorporate clean eating points. That's really hard to do. Or a Shakeology point. Not everybody in the group is doing Shakeology. We're focusing more on team volume and less on Success Club points. So we're just offering workouts by themselves and things like that. Of course, we always offer the challenge pack up front, but we know that some people aren't really willing to try Shakeology out of the gate. I was one of them. So I always offer up just a program, or even Beachbody On Demand, and we get them started that way, and then we gradually incorporate and put some posts in about Shakeology's value during the group, and usually by the end of the course of it, people that are not on it want to try it. So I think that the biggest thing with the point system is that it does, if you have a partner, you're not always going to get up and push that play button for yourself, even if people are watching you in a group. But if you have a partner that's relying on you, there is something about having that accountability. It's like when you go running, you're going to push yourself farther than if you were by yourself. If the person you're running with is going a little bit faster, or they're going a little bit farther, you're going to push yourself just that extra little bit. so that you don't get left behind or you don't let them down. So that's kind of what we thought about the Success Partner Points. It's really motivating, and especially in a smaller group, people really have caught on to that, and they love their partners. I have people that are still friends, after a year of, they met online being a Success Partner, and then now they're like the best of friends. So it really does work, and there's something mentally about it. The other thing about the points is we always give a gift at the end. So whoever or whomever has the most points at the end will receive a gift. And typically we do it in a Success Partnership, but most likely one of the partners is going to have more points than the other. So we keep it for the person with the most points. We don't give a prize for whoever loses the most weight or has the biggest transformation. It's all about participation. So we want to reward those people that are really engaged and are really putting forth the effort to show up every day. So typically the giveaway has been a Fixate cookbook in the past. I love to give Team Beachbody t-shirts. And that way people are wearing them out in public and showing the product or showing the company. The other thing, I have a friend that does LuLaRoe, so I have also given that as a prize in the past, and people have really liked that, just kind of a little, something special, something different. But I really try to stick with Beachbody products to promote us. So that's just a little bit about what I do for challenge groups and what Cassie does. Cassie and I work really well together. We have a very different style, and we attract a very different type of client, and so we kind of fill in the gaps for one another. So if I have any advice for you, it is find a really great Success Partner that has strengths where you have weaknesses, and just rock it with them. Cassie and I have a weekly call. We do kind of a mastermind call every week just to kind of plan out what we're doing, what we're going to do for our free challenges, what we're going to do within the group, and it works out so well. We just try to take 20 minutes and for lack of a better term, we do a brain dump and just talk about, all the things that we want to get accomplished. And then we set out on a master plan, a master schedule to get to that point. So, if you guys, I think a Success Partner is really helpful. It's the same thing that we do within the group for the challenge, and it just holds you accountable and keeps you more in the game. So I am sorry I couldn't do a live video, but I hope you guys enjoy this morning, and I'm really looking forward to being more interactive with the Limitless team and Team Aloha. It's been such a fun ride, and you guys are so motivating and so inspiring. So thank you for letting me talk this morning. If you have any questions, comment below and I'll get back to you, and I hope this helps. I'll talk to you soon.